back at it again, and today we are going to have story time in the park. Even though I'm not really at a park, I just feel like calling it like that. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to make this into a little series, story time at the park. I'll film it in different locations, but it's just going to basically be me talking about different stories, experiences that I've had that I've kind of either are funny, they're really weird, or they're embarrassing, and I'm going to share them, and you can, take it what it is and have fun with it, and maybe you can name some things that you resonate with. But anyway, today I'm going to talk about this time that I basically I had met this kind of older woman at a bar close to where I live, and I was gaming her up, and I ended up getting her number, and I had hooked up a little bit with her. She was with a bunch of her other friends or whatever. So I was like, whatever, we ended up separating at the end of the night, and so that was that. And I honestly kind of had forgotten about her. I was going about my day, and maybe actually this is what happened. So I was trying to get her over like a week later to my apartment, and she basically was like, oh yeah, I'm like really close by, and like she was like, yeah, I can swing by. Like weirdly enough, she like worked she makes like custom like wigs for people, and she was like had a client that like lived like really close to where I lived, and she like texted me. She's like, oh, like I'm in the neighborhood, like maybe when I'm done I can come by. So I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Like I'm here. It's like let me know what's up. And so that was that. And then later on she texted me. She's like, oh yeah, I was too busy. Like whatever. So then again, like a few weeks later, she reaches out and she's like, oh yeah, I'm at my friend's house really close by. And this time I'm like, all right, screw that. I'm not gonna let it fall through the cracks again. So it was like late as shit at night. I was like driving like Lyft and Uber at the time. I had like worked like literally like 10 hours. I don't think I had like eaten anything that day. I was tired as fuck. It was like raining out. It was like a terrible rainstorm, but I was like, screw this. I'm making this happen. I'm going over to her house or her friend's house and making it happen. So anyway, I'm like rushing out of my apartment like midnight. And maybe that's not late for you guys, but like I'm used to going to bed by like midnight. So it's like when I'm like up like past that, I'm like, fuck, like I'm getting tired. And anyway, so I'm driving over there. It's this crazy ass rainstorm. Finally get there, get in, like everything's cool. We talk for a little bit. She's like order some food, eat a little bit, start hooking up. And, everything is going good. And I don't know what it was, bro, but I just could not get hard. And, it was like, it sucked, bro, because it was like, man, I had worked so hard to get to I didn't even work that hard, but like I had like, this had been something where I was like it was like one of those like in the process things where like you're trying to make it happen. Like it didn't happen the first time, then like the logistics didn't pan out. You're trying to eventually make it happen. It finally happened. And man, dude, I was just like it was terrible. And it was like looking, dude, I was like, fuck, and dude, I was trying hard as shit. I don't know what it was, man. I was actually, like, I'm thinking about it, like I was dieting for this bodybuilding show. It was like the first bodybuilding show I was ever gonna do. And I was like dieting hard for it. I think like maybe that had something to do with it, but like, I don't know, man. Like the funny thing is it's just like, I think it was just like so much pressure. Like, and like, I think it was like, she was like probably like 40 and I was like probably like 26 or something like that, 27, something like that. So like, I think it was just like, I had never been with like an older woman. Maybe that's what it was. And I was like, fuck, like maybe she's going to have like all this experience and she's going to be like, what the fuck is this little noob doing? So I think it was like a lot of performance anxiety. But my tip to you guys is really what it is it's just, I was projecting too much into the future. And in that situation, man, just be in the present. And I know it's like easier said than done, but like just be yourself and just be in the present and don't be like trying to act like you're some sort of like, fucking porn star or anything like that. I mean, not that, I mean, you can do that if you want to, but like just be cool and just like enjoy like the contact and the physical contact and, just be relaxed because, whether you're trying to, whatever you're trying to do, but especially with this, you got to relax. And especially for women, they have to relax because they really need to be relaxed, and, you as a guy you need to be relaxed as well. It's not going to happen if you're not. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically what the breakdown was. And it was like, yeah, I just was not present. And, I wasn't relaxed, and it was just like, shit. But also, if you are hardcore dieting and you've worked like 10 hours that day and like your central nervous system is fried and everything, that could play somewhat of a role in not being able to get hard. But just be present, man, and enjoy it. And another tip that I have for you guys, if you're ever in that situation where that's happening, just go down on the girl. Just be like, fuck, like I'm not getting hard for some reason, dude, just go down on the girl. I guarantee you, if you just go down on the girl and relax, you'll get hard. And then after like a couple minutes of doing that, you'll be ready to go. And then ready to go. And even if not, then fuck it. You just eat her out for like 20 minutes and make her come like 10 times, and that's it. Then it's a wrap. And then you just be like, fuck, I don't know what happened, but hey, you had a good time, and I did as well, because I mean, at the end of the day, right? I mean, that's super enjoyable too. So, man, that's just a little story time at the park. I got a lot of stories, man. That's just one out of like thousands of stories. So not thousands of stories like that, but I got a lot of them. So see what it is. It's one of my low points, but also a memorable ass story. So it's a funny thing. Is like a lot of times when you have these really fucking awkward or bad stories, they end up in many ways being things that you can like grow from the most, and things that are cool stories, and things that are memorable. So don't always think that you need to have some badass story for it to be great. Some of my best learning experiences have been at my low points. And so there's a wrap on that. Story time at the park, and stay tuned for the next crazy, wild story to come at Storytime in the Park. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.